Hello, Internet. Oh man, it doesn't have the song from this one. Give me a second. I like having the music. We're going full cam. There it is. It's this one. I gotta copy it. I'm gonna put it in here. Now it's gonna stop. And then I'm gonna paste and it's gonna start again. Welcome. This is our first big stream of video editing a comic together. Hold on. Let me make sure I got everything in place. Yes, I believe so. I was thinking about which comic I wanted to do today. I want to try and do some small stuff. So I'm thinking of doing another one of these fun little wolf. I actually was working on Papa Wolf and the Puppy. I forgot, like last year, was working on the second comic, but it's actually not the second. Whatever site I got the images from claimed this one was chapter 2. But I don't think it is, because it goes to showing the pupper already grown up. And I was working on that. I got up to like halfway through it, or close to halfway, before I stopped. Oh my god, he's so cute. So I'm trying to decide, do I just continue this one? I feel like I shouldn't continue. I should start fresh for this stream. So I got the images. I don't need that anymore. I'll close that. Got the images necessary for what appears to be more part 2, because he says today I picked up a little thing. This is translated. It's normally in Japanese, but or some language similar. Someone went and did an English translation. So now, and the images, I threw them into an upscaler, because if you zoom in on it, normally it looks like this. It gets pretty blurry and messy. I have downloaded an artificial intelligence upscaler, so then I can toss it in, increase the resolution, and it makes it nice and crispy. Just makes it look cleaner. Not perfect, but significantly better. Makes it look good for an HD video. So we're actually going to just go on to the next step. Let me reopen my Winamp, because we need music. Go into here. Video game music. I did not prepare any video game music. I have so much stuff just tossed into here that I've downloaded over the years, because I don't use Spotify like a noob. Although Spotify lacks a lot of original music. That's why I still tend to prefer buying the CDs and copying them, or if they don't have CDs, then I just find a way to get them online, essentially. What's gonna be some good music? Let me clear out what's in here already. Let's put in... I just saw something. Planet Coaster. It's got good chill music. And then what else? Skyrim is too big of a soundtrack, otherwise I would do that. I'm gonna keep this quiet in the background anyway, so I can probably put in some... We'll do a... Why not? Mario Odyssey. A Link Between Worlds, sure. Just tossing these in, making a huge mess. Uncharted, sure. I'm gonna set it to random, and it'll just kind of go through random soundtracks and such. I want to have a... Echo. The Dolphin. Defender of the Future. That's got good stuff. Folklore, I think, has some good stuff. No, we'll leave that. Flowers got good stuff. Video game songs won't get me in trouble, so that's why I like tossing these in. Actually, Intelligent Cube, which is what I was playing before the stream. Let's put that in there. And Ni no Kuni. I'm loading this up because I don't know how long we'll be here, and I'm gonna make sure. I'm probably gonna be skipping songs if dumb ones come on. Yeah, sure. Old school Minecraft album. Why not? And then we set it to shuffle, and we'll just start with a random. Make it real nice and quiet. So it's just very backgroundy. There we go. 6%. Winamp, you're too loud. Alright, I'll put that on my other screen, then I can just manage it from over here. Okay, so first I want to do, because I like my little intro that I did, I'm going to copy that, and that. And copy, and we're going to put it into here. Oh, I need a video track first. Paste. Uh-oh, it only pasted one. Alright, hold on. How many tracks do I have here? 3, 4 video, 2 audio. I'll probably need something similar, so 2 audio, 4 video. Let me make sure I have all these highlighted correctly. Oh, whoops. Control C, Control V. Cool. So now, on here. Still has it. Okay, good. I like having it start that way. Now, what we have to do is go through the images in Photoshop and remove the text. So this is going to be part 2 of the comic. Oh man, I haven't done this in so long. Mouse wheel is not zooming. Oh, there we go. Stop it. Just trying to move the camera appropriately. Alright. And then I'll probably just use the brush tool that gets rid of it. Where the heck is it? Oh, this thing. Healing brush tool. Up the size a little bit. A little bit more. What? Alt click to do. Oh, that uses the source point. I don't want to do that. Spot healing? Is that what I'm looking for? Yes. Cool. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Now that part's clear. Yeah. That's the thing, if I do it too big, it grabs like stuff from nearby that I don't want it to grab. To do it a bunch of times. There we go. Pretty quick and easy using this tool to just blank out words Yeah. I think that's all the text from there. And we save it. Save as... no text. We'll just do that in each one. Actually, I'm going to copy and paste the word no text. So you just quickly throw it in. Yeah, max quality. Alright. And then we do it again. They're in order, luckily, so I should just be able to go ba-chink. This song in Mario Odyssey? Oh my god, this comic's ridiculous. His face. And there we go. Close. It doesn't take very long to do these, luckily. Oh, Japan. Oh. There we go. I think that's it for this image, yeah. Oh no, he's so sad. I'll leave the sob over there. I might even... I'll take it out. Next, this one. Oh yeah, then he tries to teach him how to hunt. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Well, there's a tiny bit of something there. There we go. Oh boy. I didn't do a dang thing. Oh my god. Just gotta like spot erase. Those little marks. Oh, stop it. Get rid of it. Thank you. Like, I wouldn't erase it. Hold on. Yeah, I'll get rid of the whisper. Alright, that's good enough. I know I cropped that tiny bit, but no one's gonna notice. Stop it. Okay. There's a mark on my screen. It keeps like a spittle. There we go. Keeps throwing me off. I keep thinking there's something on the that I didn't erase. There. Save it. And this is the general creation process that I go through for making the comics. Brick. Oh yeah, Sig Sig. Use funny nicknames for the wolf. Oh, that's a little tricky. I'm gonna have to do some small erasing to get that little squiggle out of there. Maybe. Let's see if it's smart enough to know what I want. Oh, look at that. Did a good job of hiding it. Maybe I'm gonna make it just a tad bigger. Because I keep like just slightly missing the tops and bottoms of letters. Ugh. Of course the L gets huge. Yeah. Looking good. Is that it? Yes. I love his face up here. Go, go. Close that. Next. Con. The only downside, I could not find this font that the person used, so I use a different one in the first comic. So I'm probably just going to keep reusing it. Rush out. Woof. So that's like hand drawn. Oh no, I guess it's just the text, but very skewed. I don't think I'm going to even touch that. I'm going to leave it all on that image. That's going to be fun to make the sound effects for. Difficult and fun. I'm turning up the background music because I'm enjoying hearing it. Did I just save it? I think I did. Yes. Close that one. Next. Almost done. Well, that's interesting that there is no text. The original doesn't have text, but it looks like it would be text boxes to say something. Did those never get translated? This was the website that I found it. Let me go back. Let me check this other. Let me see if I can find the crow part on here. See if it looks any different. Nope, same thing here too. Guess that's the original. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna edit out the woofs. That looks like it would be hard to kind of, well, not that difficult to edit and wonk in my own versions, but I feel like I don't need to animate it. Alright, we'll skip that one for now. We'll go to the next. There's only 3 more. Go away already. I definitely want to do his face. You're still alive. The feathers sticking out of him. No, go away. Get rid of the yellow. I see it pulling in the yellow. I don't want it to do that. Another distortion. Oh, tear on my screen. I'm wiping my screen down. Keeps tricking me and thinking there's stuff. Yo. I see that yellow. I don't want it. Ooh. No. Get rid of that, and then it's a tiny bit. I don't think anyone's gonna notice, and I don't feel like. Fine. I'm gonna choose a brush. Make it way smaller than that for sure. Make it a hard edge, harder edge. Shoot. There. Now I'm satisfied. You're still alive? Yup. Oh my god. This comic's great. Nope, not that one. 2 more. Always gotta be cute. Seems like it's too early to let you hunt by yourself. Pat, pat. I might animate the pats, that'll be fun. No. It is pretty cool how it's like taking letters because it's trying to be smart. No, just get rid of it. Thank you. Good enough. Okay. Stop it. Thank you. Boop. I'm just in my head, like, imagining how the scene's gonna play out in the video. It's cracking me up. It's going bing. I'll have to decide what sound effect will work best for that moment. I'll leave these question marks in, they're fun. Let's take care of it for a while. Hey! Okay, and that's it. That is every image. Text removed. And let's close Photoshop, don't need that now. And then, I usually will go and just grab a whole bunch of these. Grab all the ones that, oops. Hold on, I want to do it in the right order. I missed one. And then we drag them in. Boink. Okay. And then we open this. And this is how we animate. First, I always have to do a match output aspect, which is the 1080p. That makes it go bloop. Zooms it in. And then I set this to only move vertically. Yes, this is where we have to do a bit of movement. I don't want the comic edges, so I'm going to zoom in a tiny bit more. Good, I think I got it. Just enough on both sides. Oh, no, we got a little black there. Bloop. Actually, I can tell it to move to the side just a tiny bit. There. Now it's not touching the black there. And, oh, it's not touching on that side. But now I need to raise it up a little bit. I'll probably do it like there. And then we have to, oops, I didn't mean to move that one. Move these over. Canuck? Oh, who's that? Oh. Amazon always has to knock. Freaks out the cats because they think someone's here. Fade up a little slower. Choosing music can be really difficult for these things too. Gonna need to extend this more because partway through we want to animate it to move down. To like here. So that we can see his next text box. I actually want to copy, paste, oops, and act like this is a new page, but it's just moving the camera down. Basically, this is me doing some rough stuff. Yeah. Why is it white? Oh, because the transition's on it. I don't want that. So here's where you have to get a little creative, because basically, if I go down, then the text box is no longer visible. So what I usually will do at this point is a mask to kind of crop the image. Carefully. Oh yeah, that should all be close enough that it'll look straight. We'll zoom. Now we're able to kind of zoom out and make it look like a whole thing here. Gives us a little more space and freedom to work with. Now I can make it look like that. And it looks way better. Oh, you know what? There's a tiny bit of color coming in there. No. Don't make a new point. Zoom way in. Split tangent? No. Edit tool. Oh, oops. That's why it won't let me move it. There we go. There. Now those markings should be gone. Everything else looks good. Yeah, we're fine. Oops. I made a second keyframe accidentally, which makes an animation. We don't want that. Just one mask point. Hopefully, I know probably what you're seeing is a bit small. Oh, and is my camera in the way? Let me see about move. Whoops, not that. Jeez. Maybe I'll just go like down here. I think I'll be less in the way of them down here. Let's even slide that over a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little better. And this, I could always do some movement on it if I need to. Now we're on to page 2. This one, I think I'm going to have to do a mask again as well. I'm going to want to do some sort of zoom in. So I'm just going to do that right away. Make it nice and big. Oh my gosh. Playing a lot from Zelda. Alright. We're gonna zoom into these to make sure I'm placing them fine. Oh yeah, that can go a little closer. Must get every pixel. Yeah, this can be a little better. Yeah, we'll go to there. There's a little distortion happening on the edge, which I don't want to get included. That one I placed terribly. Come on. There we go. Good. And then match outsource. Oops. I don't want free roaming. That messes me up a lot. Slide straight up. You know what? I might, on this particular part, want to include... Because if I mask it, the text box loses its shape. So now we've got a tricky choice. Because if I zoom out, it doesn't look that bad. If I'm all the way in to the point where nothing's getting cut off, even further. It's very close. It's cutting off too much of the wolf, so I do want to be zoomed out more. I like to try and have movement when I can. Maybe we'll have it like this to start. Oh my gosh. What language is this in? I guess it's Japanese. It didn't sound like it at first. That's funny. Didn't expect that. I'm gonna keep it like that for now. I'll do extra animating if needed. I can tell this one's gonna be long, so I'm gonna extend that over. I'm gonna copy, paste. For part 2, oh my gosh. Odyssey. Yeah, I gotta turn off the mask. His face. I'll probably have it like here and then right at the end do a quick movement of like with like a slight zoom in on him. So I'll probably have it like here. And zoom it out slightly. Let me go back to this one because I didn't quite decide yet on the text box. Well, I guess it kind of works because now we've got the top of the screen acting as like the only part of the text box that's not covered is this side, so I think we're fine with that. Alright, so now we got to do, this is what I usually like to do, I like to bounce around. So I'm gonna now do his voice. Well, not his voice, but the text. Prototype Tyler, that's what I thought. I gotta remember all of my settings. Le Petit font size 110. That usually I shift around a little bit. Selection animation. That's right, I have to exit. Okay. I'm just gonna copy one of these. Makes life easy. And then I usually have to pull up the original image just to make sure I'm typing the right stuff. I'm an elf wolf, the strongest wildlife. As you can see, the placement is not correct at the moment, so I'm gonna fix that. Now that I got the text there. Oh wait, and the animation is gonna be wrong. But that's okay. Let me grab this. As we can see, we can make that bigger. Double click, select it. Yeah, the only downside is this thing has a black background, so when I'm working with black text, I can't see it. It's one oversight with this thing. It should have just been gray. There, that's much better. And then positioning. Oops. Up. Right. That looks good. I can't tell if I like it there more or there. Maybe right here. Visually, just for some reason, seems more centered to me. Alright, and then the animating is where it gets a little tricky. So I gotta watch the timeline bar too. Oh wait, no, it's not synced to that. It's supposed to be. Hold on. Mute, delete, no. I guess it does not. I need to move this. It's weird, you have to move it up and down to do the particular animation. And then I basically play it to see how it looks. Ooh, that's very slow. Nope. Oh yeah, I didn't realize how long that was. So we gotta move this over. And this is how you speed it up, essentially. I stopped it at the wrong word. What the heck? This thing's bugging out. Normally, you know what? Let me try this. Media generator, no. Yes, prototype titler. 45. I'm gonna copy the text from here. Normally it syncs to my mouse, so wherever I click on this timeline, it'll put it on here. And it makes life way easier, but it's like not doing it. Now I gotta go Le Petit. No, font style, I need it center. And then I need it black. Boop, boop, boop. And I need it smaller. What was it, like 131? There we go. Oh yes, I need to... Hold on, I'm confusing myself. I have to move that out of the way and put this in its place. Inventory man. Ooh, what's this one going to be about? Yeah, this is that wolf comic I did, but this is like part 2, where he's gonna try and teach it to hunt. Teach the pup. Reline it up. That looks good. Alright, then from layout, we hit that. It's not doing it. And I don't know if maybe there's a different setting that lets it do that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy and I just had to do it all manually. It might be the case. Which means I'm gonna put this over here. At that point, here, let me delete these other points. I think that's what's messing with me. Yeah, I just have to do it from scratch like this. To animate the text the way I need it to be animated. There. Now, I might tighten it up a little bit speed-wise. Fades up. A wolf, the strongest wildlife. I think the speed was decent, but I'll make it a slight bit faster there, and a little bit faster there, which means I have to account for it here. There. Now it'll be a little quicker. And then this is where it gets fun. Basically, I have to click here. And then go into here, hit make marker. Go into here, click there. Make another marker, and then I basically want to imitate the movement between the screens. So I have to slide this up like that. Try and move it the same distance. You can kind of tell, maybe a little further. So that way we can have a natural slide off the screen. Nope, it wasn't quite right. I see it moving down more, so whoops. Yeah, it's not perfectly synced, it's moving closer to there. God damn, I'm trying not to click there, but it keeps doing it. Dat. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't matter. So I gotta move this further, I believe. And that should fix it, but I could be wrong. I might be actually speeding it up. Nope, that's good. Ooh, too much. It's actually moving up now. You'd think it might not be noticeable, but once the video's going, you'll see that text move weird if it's not perfectly synced. Alright, I think that was good. Also, why are we running at 30 frames? That is not what we're doing this at. 60. Boom. All that smooth animation. Of course it's stuttered, but it's definitely... That's better. I don't know why my playback is doing little jumpies, but... It'll look smooth when I output it. It won't stutter. For some reason this dumb thing does not let me just set it to a flat 60. I want it to be double interlaced. Or maybe it will, let's see. Okay. There, I forced it to 60. That's what I want. It still looks stuttery, but that's not because of that. Oh, okay. And then we copy this. Just because it's easier to copy paste. Hold on. Did I copy the right way? Paste. Create a new copy. Okay, I do not want a reference, because a reference will then basically one file as two versions, and editing one will edit the other, which I do not want. Alright, what does he say? Today I picked up a little thing. So we go in here. Am I in the right one? Oh, no, I am not. Boop. This is the right one. Today. Oh, shoot. It's so hard when I can't see it. Today I picked and enter up a little thing. Okay. I'll move this down here so I can see it. Oh, of course I hit caps lock at some point. Oh, whoops. It's got the... We don't want the animation. Get rid of that. There we go. It's like moving when it shouldn't be moving. Does that look good? Usually really looks the same. And I gotta animate it so it doesn't go too fast. You gotta make it start at the right time too. Pretty much like right there when it stops moving. I usually just copy, I'll paste the same text from the previous and just kind of line it up. Choosing a song for the beginning can be really tough. We'll find something though. Alright, what does he say in this one? To be honest, he's annoying. Delete it. Delete that one. To be honest, he's annoying. Oh yeah, I guess the size is dealt with inside here. Too much. That looks good. Zoom in. Center it. That looks good. Okay. I do want him to hang on, to be honest. Comma. I want to emphasize that comma just a little bit. Oh, but I don't want the text to start immediately, so I have to actually make another point, put it on the bottom. And then put that like over there. What happened? Oh, it's animating again. Dang it. That's what I get for copying that one. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's just the right point. To be honest, with the comma is at that height. And then pause. He's annoying. Right when annoying stops appearing. I think that's good tempoing. Probably like right there, because yeah. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go in here, place a marker. Here, move that one to this. Gosh dang it! It moved. I didn't want it to move. You have to be so precise to make sure all movements are perfectly in sync. So then, now that both of those are the same, I want to do like a smooth zoom in on him. What is it? If I hold Alt, I want to say, yeah, there we go. Let me see if this will do what I want it to do, because it might. Oh, you know what? Copy, paste. It made it very wide, but if I say match outsource, oh, I think I moved way too much. It's gonna fly off the screen. Whoop. Yeah, it's too extreme. I can't use that keyframe. Delete. Okay. That's the tricky thing, using an image that's a different shape and size as the text causes different behaviors than what I want it to do. I don't want to do it manually, but I might have to manually edit it. Let me just make sure the zoom in looks fine. Oh, you know what? No, to make it even harder on myself, we're gonna do a smooth. I'm gonna set both of these to smooth. To be honest, he's annoying. I still feel like it went kind of fast.
By reclaiming the
Oh my gosh, Echo the Dolphin.
Echo reopened the time vortex. The dolphins of the past were ignorant of what had been stolen from them.
Let me see how this looks now. That's a nice little zoom now. Okay. So I have to do the same. I have to set this to smooth.
And unaware that their descendants would be denied the golden age.
So I have to... Oh, hello!
When intelligence and
Zeppelin
ambition
dude.
were returned to them,
I need
dolphins
to do it until it's like
and history was altered.
there. Yeah, I just threw a whole bunch of video game music
But
and
Echo's world was not restored.
Echo the Dolphin from
Dolphins became
Dreamcast
aggressive and
has
forced humans from the
dialogue
seas,
in the
never
soundtrack
to return.
for the cutscenes.
And dolphins built a new reality.
It's like the lore of Echo.
Creating a
Alright.
nightmare of their own.
Okay, I think that's the right size. Then, oops, I'm like so unhappy. Alright, then, let me slide this down just a little bit. I gotta remember where it's supposed to be, like over here. Alright, it's up pretty far. Yeah, this is gonna be like off screen practically, I think. Let's go here and just scroll around. So I gotta make sure the text doesn't look weird as we do this. Oh, it's moving up. So we gotta actually boop, 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 just a tiny bit. Let's see it again. I think that's good. I can make it a little bigger too. Gotta make sure the text doesn't look weird as it's zooming in. I think it's staying in the right place and size. It might still be moving up slightly, so I'm gonna do one more tick. I think that's... Oh, I accidentally did that in the wrong place. Let me delete that. Oh no, now I feel like I see it moving down. So tricky. Oh, too far. I think we're okay. That's such a throwback, right? Echo the Dolphin. Alright. And then clearly we're not going to hang on here that long, so I'm going to shorten this back. trying to decide now if I want to try and find a song to go with this part. I might need to do the next image first. Go, yeah. Let me see what I had. Let's do a save since it's probably been auto-saving, but I haven't done the official file yet. Wolf and Pup. This one should technically be 2, but the other one's already called 2, so I'm going to put this as Wolf and Pup 3. Let me see what music I chose when I was doing this other one that I thought was going to be part 2, but I probably should save it for later. Pause this. We'll watch this one briefly. See what I accomplished so far. Using stuff I think from Okami. He's all big. I was thinking of him. Let me take that song and see if it'll work for this one instead. Paste. Don't, oh my god, go away. Trying to like time it the right way. It might be too intense. It's hard to have a song go from like stoic to silly. Let me pull up the Okami. Oh, it's gonna ruin my whole playlist because I use the same thing for that. No. That's okay. Okami just works for this. I don't know why. The feel of it, I feel like matches what we're going for. I need something that's got a good feel for this. I'm just gonna start playing through these because I don't remember how these sound. Oh yeah, I gotta turn up. That could even work for a moment. See if I can do something with that. Let's move that over there. I need it like a little faster. Let me see if I squish it. A little less squish, but a little bit more cut in because it was going fast. I actually liked the other song of Little Guy's theme song. It's got a good silliness to it. No, don't get rid of the transition, you dumb. That could work out really good. I think we'll keep that for now. Yeah, I won't worry about diving too deep into choosing the music, because sometimes it is tough. Sometimes I'm sitting here for like half an hour just playing songs, trying to decide on something, when honestly sometimes the earliest choice ends up still being the best one. The next part is the voice, which that's why I kept this open, because I already have all the voices here. I want to say, who's Nemuri's theme? Doe the bear. I get all these different dog sounds. I usually do a lot of like mix and matching of them to make his voice. Why is it not working? I'm holding shift. There we go. California, why are you calling my phone? I don't want to talk to California. Let me actually toss. How do I have it here? I have 3 audio. Oh no, I have a bunch of audio tracks. I got 4. 2 for music, 1 for voice. And then an extra for probably extra sound effects. Let's toss in another audio track there. That's where voices will go. Insert. No, not that. Paste. Blink. What I want to do. Project Media. Okay, that's what I thought was going to copy over a bunch of the multiple audio files. That's what I wanted. California, rest in peace. Yeah, here's all. Oh, some of these are the reversal clips. Okay. I think I've got all the dog audio. The Daudio. I'm probably just gonna keep that because he says, well, he says similar things. It works good for making up the different voice. Hold on. Give me your properties. Doe. Oh yeah, some of them are reversed. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy from up here now and go bloop. Oh, I didn't like that. Let's do this. What are you doing? Bloop. Stop it. Just copy. I don't know what this line is that's appearing. No, just copy. Why are these? Oh, one's a reversal. Delete that. I think this is all the sounds that I use to make up his voice. Let me double check, because when he asks, he acts all upset. I want to just make sure it's the same clip. 121554. 121552. No, I don't have 121554. Well, I gotta copy that one. Oh. I just copied that. Bloop. Wait, that can't be the whole sound. Oh, is that what that half line did? I copied only half the sound. Oh, but it's a reversal of that one. Right? Yeah. Which I do that sometimes. I'll reverse clips because it just gives different inflections. Gives me more to work with. 554, 551, 71. I think I've got them all now. Yeah, so these are the clips that make up his voice. This will probably... He says the same thing in the beginning of so many of the comics. I can probably just copy paste it over to here. I need to shrink this now because I've got too much timeline to work with. I gotta line things up. Go paste. I'm an alpha wolf. The strongest. The other one says the strongest wildlife in this meadow. That actually might work too. Let me copy that. I'll start mixing matching up in a bit. You'll get to see how I cut it up. Even though there's not a whole lot to it, it's still fun to see. Yeah, works great. Today I picked up a little thing. That's usually what I'll do is I'll just take these pieces of dialogue that I already have. Sometimes I'll just kind of pull it apart. Mix and match it in different ways and see how it sounds. I think I need to like a... Yeah. Taking that clip. Oh, I used it twice already on that part, so that doesn't work right. Let me reverse it though and just see how it sounds. No. Never mind on that. That's what I usually do if I don't like the pitch of something. I can actually just stretch it further and decrease its pitch and make it... Let me reverse it because it sounds like it's going up and I want it to go down in pitch. That's a little better. A lot of these are down. Their speed has been reduced significantly. It looks like around 69%, ironically. So what I do, we stretch it. until the percent, it's very small, so you probably can't see it. There's a tiny little percent here that tells me how much it's been stretched. So to keep them around the same pitch, we'll do that. Wonder if I can just copy and paste that stretch to all of these. Yup. Oh, but the length doesn't change, so I gotta fix that too. Make them longer. That one fits already. That fits already. That one better. Okay. Oh, they also have to tell it to lock the pitch to the stretch. Let me do that too. Maybe that'll auto paste. Now it sounds deeper and more wolf-like. I like the little... I'll be able to use that later. It's not too good, but... That one's better. If I make it louder... A little lake sound. I don't have a voice yet for the pup, and he talks a little bit, so I have to find a way to make his cute little voice. I wonder if I can use the same clips and just really pitch them up. That could work. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's the ones I haven't cut up yet. So, what do I usually do? I'll take... kind of splice these up a little nicer. Oh, this one's a reversal. Let me unreverse it. That one's a good one. So sometimes I'll just go boop and then take different sized pieces of it, just kind of chop it up. Oh, protesting dog. That could be good. Making the dog voice. Oh. There we go. So we gotta cut up into our general pieces. So what do we need him to say? To be honest, he's annoying. I'll actually, let me remove this stuff. I'm gonna move it just like way down here. Oh yeah, and some of these are like way louder than others, so I have to like do a little bit of a volume balancing so that some aren't just like explodingly loud compared to the others. That's a little loud. That can be toned down a little bit. Same with these two. take like this. No. That to there. Why are you not doing it? There we go. Let's bring some over here. Paste. And then we mix and match some. I'm actually going to take this one and reverse it. I gotta find the right point of when he starts to say it. There we go. Ting. I might not even, oops. Might not need that one. It seems like I need to cut it up even more. Hold on. I want this one. He talks fast. This one's too high. I don't like it. Yeah, to be honest, he's already done talking at this point. Wow. Is that too many? Maybe I can take one out. That's probably fine. Need some more annoyed sounding sounds, so that's pretty good. When's the he's annoying start? There it is. That one's a good finisher. Let me reverse this one. I feel like I need one more sound in there. Yeah, that one. Oh, but he says it so fast. Let me shorten these up. Is that really? You know what? I'm gonna pull that back. Clip that a little differently. Slide that over. Did I just take what I edited? You dingus. That's not what I'm grabbing. That's basically how it goes. Repeated. Let me turn on the sound to see if it all blends nicely. Yeah, I need to watch it again. I was playing with the audio. It's going good. I like it. Let me readjust myself in my chair. Now I think I'll get back to... I gotta add in text again, because then I have to do the sounds to the text and the music. So that's usually important to get done. Oh, next image then. Alright, let me open up this one. That's no text. This one is what I want. Because then I can really zoom in. If I leave him here quickly, he will lose his life. Translations crack me up. I'm gonna copy that one because that one has like the least animations to it. This one's gonna be pretty long, I think. Just gonna... I like to match the length of everything in case I have to animate it. It sometimes makes it easier. Oh no, the way I was doing it, I don't have to do it that way. So I can just have it as a regular start point, which will make life easier. If I leave him here, quickly he loses his life. Shut up. I'm typing on you. I don't remember where the space was at. After will, okay. But it's on black and I can't see it. Why would they do this? I'm always unsure if I should add periods or not. Because the regular comic does not. Should I leave it big like that to kind of emphasize that maybe this bubble goes out? I think the text just looks nicer if I extend it out of the page slightly from a technical standpoint. Or does it look bad? It's technically not that much, jeez. I guess I'll try and fit it inside just to make it look okay. Like that. And now we animate. If I leave him here, I want that to take about a second. Luckily I can see the 1, 2, and seconds of how long this is, so I just have to... Oh look, I got it just at the right height. Here, small pause. Maybe too long. has to be a little bit long. Okay. And then we see how it looks. Looks good. And then copy this one again. Paste. Hey, why do you keep rubbing me? Size it down a little bit. That should work. I don't know if I'll animate the hay pausing. It's a bit much. I might just go right in, just have the whole thing pop out. Seemed pretty good. Do I want it to zoom in at all? Tempting to have it zoom in. Did the last one have... This one had zoom, and this had movement too, so I think it's okay if we have this one image with no movement for a sec. Boop, boop, beep. That's probably a good point. That's enough time on that page. Milk, drink milk. Does he have a different font? No, it is the same. Okay. Later on it changes, but I guess it's for different emphasis. think I had like a squiggle. Oops. There we go. I'll just take off the space. I didn't need it. That looks good. And then we... Oh, pupper. We'll have him talk slow so it'll not appear very quickly. It's already great. Speed that slightly up on this one. Make the text go a little quicker. And then oops, I got the dog sounds coming in, which I'm not using there. And this will be the fun part. At this point, then I want to make it quickly go like, oh, this is tricky because I like want to do it calculated because I have to make the text move with it. Oh, this will be fun. Let's see. This one I didn't mask it, so maybe I will mask out the black line edges. Let's do that. There's your big. Oh, hold on. The other mask is still up here. Let's delete it. There we go. Clear out that. New mask. Blink. 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 Oops, I put a curve on one of them because I moved the mouse while clicking. Trying to do it too fast. And then we zoom in. Down there. There we go. Another person. Colfax, California, calling me now. What the hell? Stop it, spam. Nobody likes you. Did I call you? No. Why did this move? Go back down. Double check my edges now. There. No. It keeps like grabbing the whole wall instead of the point. I think I'm not There we go. I can't make the line glow or I do it wrong. Alright, that looks okay. And that looks okay. Cool. Activate. Bink. And now the black lines are gone on the sides. I can also do a little bit of feathering, but I don't think I need to. Why are these not lit? Disabled? Why? Yes? No. Oh, I have to like select it all. No, not that. So like if I wanted to, if I do like inward feathering and then slide the slider, then it adds like a blur. And you do like a tiny little blur. But it just kind of cuts off more of the comics. It might look better. What if I did like a 0.3 blur? It just softens it a little bit. I don't think I need that though. Still looks fine if it's a hard edge, right? I'll think about it. I need that to be quick. Oh, that's right. I have fast. Set those to fast, and it'll do a kind of a quick movement. No, not that one. Gotta make sure its pacing is always good. I think if I add the sound effects, it'll be okay without having to animate anything extra. We shall see. So now I have to click here, and now I have to animate these the same way. So I have to do that, set it to fast, hit that. Huh? Point, make it fast. I'm gonna shorten this. And then second point. Make another one. And make another one. This one will be a little easier because I can actually see where drink milk is supposed to go. Let me do that first. Oh, you know what I can do? This will make life easy. I think that's where it was. Yeah. Slightly down, slightly down. Like there. Okay. Oh no, I just made so many points. What is that one doing there? You can go away. You can go away. Okay, now that should be. And then, because these are basically the same. We just copy. Let's see if this works. Paste event attributes. They might be at the wrong spots, but that's okay. I just have to line it up with the first one. Right there. Oh, zoom in. Put it there. Okay. And now they should move together. Except it didn't. Why did it move one frame early? Shouldn't be moving yet. You little dingus. Okay. Line up with that. Why is it not on the line? It's like slightly off center, and that's why it's doing that tiny movement over early. Drive me crazy. There's no reason. I'm gonna move you over there, hit that, say fast, delete that one. No. Oh, you see it move? Why does it do that? This one's not doing it. No, this one. I know it's only one frame out of 60, but it bothers me. But I can't move it. I don't know what's off kilter that's making it do that. But I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Especially because I don't see it moving. Maybe it's not moving. Let me set this to full quality. Is still moving even on the high quality setting. Why is it moving? It's like shifting a pixel. Let me see, what direction is it moving? One to the left? I don't know how to make it stop because it's just one, it's just a single keyframe. When it hits a keyframe, it's not supposed to do anything yet, but it's because it's off, it won't align with it for no reason. If I move it over to there, does it still do it? No, it stopped. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move all of them over one to match it. There. And we're gonna move this one over one. Boom. Solves problem. Milk's no longer moving on its own now for no reason. Now the trick is to make sure it's moving correctly. Of course it's all framey because I set it to best. Half quality. Also animating two things of text. My computer gets mad about it. Come on. Oh, it's doing it again. You see this? Why is it doing that? I see the milk shifting one pixel again. But if I set it back to best, does it do it? No, it doesn't. So it's not actually shifting, it's just tricking itself. watching to make sure that their position in the bubble is not shifting at all. It shouldn't, because I synced two of them together. And they're moving at the same time. Alright, we should be good now. Okay, I have been sitting here for 2 hours. I need to take like a stretch break. As you can see, I'm shrunken in my chair. I'm like, my head's below minimum up here. I'm gonna take a short break. I don't feel that hungry, so I don't know if I'll get lunch just yet. But I'm gonna do a little break and then we'll do a little more editing. I'll be back in a bit.
Are you ready?
Ooh, I did the intro. I didn't plummet to the bottom there, like I always do. That's first. Legend has told is coming true. Orange. Come on, rainbow cool. Rainbow cool. Yes! Oh. Wow. Holy cow. 246s in one night. How is this possible? We barely beat our score by 157 points.
Hey Internet, I wanted to give you some quick context to this video just so you aren't too confused. I've been following a group for almost a decade that used to be known as Game Trailers and eventually became Easy Allies. One of my favorite members, Kyle Bossman, decided to leave the team and go on a life journey to discover what he loves to do. And after so many years of seeing him nearly every day, it feels like I'm saying goodbye to a close friend. So I wanted to do something special. Every month they do a stream called the Community Showcase where they read or show anything created by the fans live on stream. Nearly every month I have shared a video of me playing Poppin' Music to them. This time I created a mix of 9 songs, most of which were created by Kyle himself or by the fans. So these weird songs are very special in the community, and I created a Poppin' Music chart of that mix and recorded myself playing it. So this is the live stream of them reacting to that video. I included chat on the side because their reactions are just as good. That's pretty much it. Enjoy.
Super 3D Cow. Excuse me. Kyle. There it is. From your very first PlayStation Do's and Don'ts video, your personality was so human and lovable that I was immediately hooked. Your Dumb Game Monday streams taught me to care about games in ways I had not done before. Your Tetris streams gave me the confidence to think, maybe I can stream too. There's too much to mention everything. I can never repay you for over 7 years of countless laughs and pure joy you have given me. But with so little time, I will try my best. If you remember on a showcase last year, I jokingly pretended to play the Kyle Tetris theme in Poppin' Music. I felt a little bad about doing that. I hope this makes it up to you. After fiddling with old Japanese software these past 3 weeks, this is what I created. Again, for all that you have done, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Lose the shirt, lose the pants, lose your mind, it's Gamescom. No one is allowed, no one is allowed. At that time, it's Gamescom.
It's a robot party. It's a robot party. It's a robot party. It's a robot party. Tie your shoes. It's a robot party. Pet the dog. It's a robot party. Collect the clues. It's a robot party. No eggnog. It's a robot party.
Nice.
I shoot in the dark, so I miss my target. It's the time to move on, you know. So why won't you follow? Why won't you follow me home? But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print of you, of you, of you.
Love you, Kyle.
Best of luck.
That transcription into like the beats of the game was so impressive.
Really,
That was
really cool.
super good. I forgot where that one Your Subscriber Now mix came from. I haven't heard that in a long time.
That was Phantom AK.
Really?
It never went up on a SoundCloud, I think. Yeah, I couldn't find it later. Yeah, that's like one of those tracks that I always forget to try to like dig up on the internet and grab.
Dude.
Super
I
3D
gotta
Cow's
find
way
that.
ahead of me.
I
Way
gotta
ahead of me.
find that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick.
Sebastian, hey Jones and Kyle. Here's another update on Mimeo Prophecy, the action RPG made in dreams. Thank you for checking it out, by the way, and including it in your dreams review. A lot happened.
Alright, everybody. I am back. The music. I don't need that to play again. Yeah, why not? we're going to continue our editing of this comic. I'm gonna actually, for the time being, I'm just gonna mute all of the tracks. Oh yeah. This next one's just a single clip. I'd like to do a quick movement on this one. I do think I want to crop out the black borders though. I'm having fun making it look less comic-y by taking that away. Oh no. Now we need music again. Give me a second. Rebuild a quick playlist. Oh no, put in 2 of those. Excuse me. I'm getting burpy. One, because that was going to be a huge one. Didn't want to subject you to the mega burps. Why not? Toss that in. Heck yeah, Snake Pass. Almost done. Just trying to have a nice collection of songs for it to go through. There was one I was thinking of, and then I don't see it here. Sneezy. There we go. Alright, so we are going to pin crop out. Mouse is being uncooperative. Okay. With a little luck, it might already be fine. I can move that closer, actually. Don't want to crop out too much. There we go. That's a nice crop. And then we're going to zoom in. Oh yeah, I gotta match that. There we go. So I want to slide to there, but I'm gonna starting from over here. Oh, dang it. Gotta lock it. There we go. set that keyframe to fast. Let's see how that looks. Might be too spaced apart. It's not bad. There is a way to apply motion blur. Let me see. Hey, welcome back, friendo. Hello. Video Event FX. Slow motion, that's not what I want. It's a weird motion blur too, and I want to make sure it looks okay. Media FX, maybe it's in here. Looks like the same list though. Okay, here's what we do. Hit the search. No, not the media bins. We'll search the help. Motion blur. I need the video bus track, which I think B turns on. Do it this way. No, yeah, that's the bus track. And then what? Right click it, choose insert, remove envelope. Motion blur. Interesting. Good lord. Is that even a good motion blur though? It's such a weird kind of blur. Sonic. I'll turn it down. Oh my gosh. The computer couldn't even handle. No, why is it like transitioning weird? It looks good like there. But the way it's doing that, like it shouldn't be doing that. Like why are you fading away? They need to redo how motion blur works in this program because it's the one downside compared to Adobe After Effects has amazing motion blur, and this program has like really weird motion blur that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, like starts to make the other image show up beforehand. It shouldn't be doing that. Don't like it. And you can't like, there's no way to like edit it in any other way. I guess I could go like, put 2 points very close together. Pull that down. So that'll be no motion blur. And then, but then the other image is still hanging there. It's not supposed to. Like, what's your problem? The more I raise that, the more it's like still there. the blur is so small now, it's like, doesn't even, it's a tiny bit there. So, what we're gonna do, we're going to remove motion blur envelope completely and turn off the bus track, whatever that is. That was weird. And then we're gonna do my own version. What happened? Where'd it go? Apparently it thought I deleted it when I did not want to delete it. Okay, motion blur removed. Good. So, I have my alternate way of faking motion blur. Let's see, is it light rays? Let's see. Oh my gosh. And then we animate this one as well. We start up high. It slides in. That's when we bring it down to 0. And hopefully that won't look weird. Oh, that is jarring how fast it vanishes. Is it because the sensitivity is high? A lot of like black lines pop in very suddenly from the smallest setting to the highest. That's weird. Oh wait, feather? Oh no, that's for bound radiance. Oops, don't need that. Feather doesn't do anything. Blend. Maybe that's why I just need more blend. Yeah, let me just turn up the blend. Oops. Okay. Now let's see how it looks. Blurry, blurry. We got rays going on. Good. Okay. That looks much better. He still has a little bit of his own natural blur. Subtle but nice. Alright, what does he say in the next image? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this on my other screen so it stays visible while I add the text. God of Gosh. Looks like it's italicized for this action. So let me see. There we go. I can't do that too. The original line says, "How can I breastfeed you?" I might change that to, "I cannot breastfeed you." I think makes more sense, since it's a bit of a odd translation. That was not what I was trying to do. Jeez. Just like janking it up. Do I want to use it for... I'm just gonna make a second text. Where'd the other text go? Oh, duh. It's got movement. Boop, boop. Remove the movement. Okay. I got this microphone in my way. Oh, I might have to shrink it down to make it all fit. Bring it not much smaller. Yeah. I can bring it up slightly in size. This comic's ridiculous and I love it. Stop that. Stop it. Bring this one down to the same size. Positionally, let's see if I can... Okay, that looks right. I'll say the first line pretty fast. Hold on, I need to take this off full, it's lagging. There we go. That actually works really well. I barely have to like edit it. Oh, but now he's gonna be sad on the next image. Oh no. Look at his sad face. Yeah, I don't like them when they're right against the edge because then they're harder to select. I'll probably have it on like a slow zoom out. set this to smooth. What did you call him? Capitalized. Oh no, they're both lowercase. That's funny. Sig, sig. Followed by a dot dot dot. I guess that's his, like, he already has a nickname for his dad. Sig, sig. So sad. Page. His face of like, dang it. So disgruntled. Oops. Oh yeah, I don't think I did the cropping on this one. Yeah, the masking. Time to mask. I like the way it looks. Without the lines. I edit all these anyways, it's not a big deal where I click. Can we zoom in? That one actually looks really good already. Go over. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I was like, I'm pretty sure one of these tools takes off the curve that I somehow accidentally created. So, let me move this in a little bit more. What did I just do? Move over. There we go. Oh yeah. That looks nice. Scoozy. Gotta delete the old keyframe so it doesn't transition. Okay. Same with this. Gonna make a mask. Make a mask. Blushing wolf is blushing. He's cute. Look at the concentrated face. Aww. I do have a very concentrated face when I do things. Go down. Dink. Alright, that should look good. Now he's got no more black border. He just has big dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they're gonna be big. That's way too small. There we go. That looks much better. How do I center 6 periods? Like, do I just put it in the middle like that? How'd they do in the comic? Yeah, they centered it. Game over. I don't want these to appear right away. I gotta find some sad music to go with this part. These expressions are too good. That was for a different... This one's a long one. I don't even have all the images copied. There's another 6 images, 3 pages, 6 images. And then I've got a couple more that I didn't grab yet. I'm like not even halfway through. You can see how long it can take. Oh no, did I make an accidental transition? I did. And then it goes into... Oh, I should do a transition here, because it's like later. So I gotta think of a good transition that'll act as like a good passage of time kind of thing. Let's take a look. A lot of the built-in ones are pretty good. The 3D ones are lame. I could do the Star Wars wipes. I got clock wipes. Let me actually set up the next image so it like is all correct. I'm gonna pull it out of the transition. Take our keyframe, match aspect ratio, slide up. I'll probably have like a slow movement from top to bottom. I probably don't need to do actual cropping. I just need to zoom this in enough. But not too much. Oh wait, let me go to the other side. The other side's like so slightly off kilter in its size. Alright, we should be good. Yeah. Ideally, I think I want to do a smooth transition from like up there. After a few seconds, we'll wind up. Oh, just block. Something down here. Alright, and because of the transition, we don't want the movement to be starting too soon. Now we need to extend the clip, because the clip's a little short. Have to extend this a bunch. That's our white background. I think that'll work pretty good. We'll adjust it if we don't like it. Let's see with the clock wipe. Actually, we need to make this even longer and make it hold a bit more. And then we'll have it move down. Let me see what other effects we got. Oh, I have the page ones. Sometimes the page ones are fun. Page peel makes it feel like turning a page if I change the angle correct. Move this off screen, that's not blocking everything. I don't think I want the page to have like clearness to it. Opacity. No, it's not double-sided. Oh, weird. It's like ghostly as it peels away. Huh. Perspective. Slide. Oh, weird. Don't want any sliding. Oh, yeah, it's weird that it would be showing as if it's a double-sided page. I want it to be just blank on the other side, like it's a piece of paper. But I guess I don't have that option with this effect. Peel angle and fold angle. Well, I guess I'll make it not invisible because that's just kind of weird. I'll give it small perspective. I don't know if I wanted to go in that direction. Maybe I'll do that. Because I do want it to feel like time is passing. Oh my gosh, it's super rolly. Portals. Yeah. It's like sliding around. Star wipe. Oh my gosh. Do you want your video to feel like it's from the 70s? flow. Oh, weird. Does like a liquid effect. Venetian blinds. Where was... Those are the clock wipes. But there's the other type. Maybe I'm thinking of slide, but I think I can like add in a blur. Oh yeah, linear white. Linear. Yeah, right to left. I think it's the other one that's good for indicating time passage. Maybe I'll just do that. I can choose how hard I want the edge to be. That's probably good. Oh yes, and I have to do the same transition. I need before. So fast. It heard me and it changed speed. That looks good. Banana. This music. Let's see. We're heading up on 2 o'clock. I think I am gonna call it there. Been streaming a little over 3 hours of doing video editing. I'll continue working on this. Maybe I'll do some on stream and some off stream. We shall see. But I will make some progress so we can get this uploaded to YouTube in a timely manner. That does it for today. I don't know if I'll be doing any streams later. I guess we'll see. Maybe. I forget if anything's going on in real life outside of the internet for me. But I'll check into that. This music. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great Friday and weekend. You'll probably expect to see me, maybe not Saturday. We'll see. Maybe an early Saturday stream, and then Sunday I think I'll be doing something. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.